Let's do a plan with me in my Sterling ink N1. Those stickers are all from Hobby Lobby. And up here I am using tabs from Avery. I purchased them, I think on Amazon, but I've also seen them at Walmart. And they are reusable. You can move them around. I use them to see which week I'm in. And the purple one, it actually shows where my dailies start or my note pages. Okay, so I'm just showing you now kind of how I've been using it and playing around with it. I'm kind of experimenting with this layout to see if it will work for me. But I have, like I said, done a video on this before, so I'll let you go ahead and check that out. Let's get into planning September. I'm using these pencils that are mechanical. I actually hate them, but that's what I have, so we're going to use it. And I have this very fine-tipped Papermate Flare in black. And I'm also going to use this ruler here. And also I pulled a ton of stickers out. These are mostly Agenda 52, which you can get at Hobby Lobby. You see the red stickers or orange stickers on top. That means they were clearanced out. And then there's a couple here from Michael's. And then the last one there is from Amazon. I don't end up using all of these sticker books, but they were in my stash just kind of collecting, and I thought, let's use these. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and draw a line down the center of each week, dividing up AM and PM. That way, when I'm writing down any appointments or tasks that I have that are like time-based, that's basically how I'm going to put them in this week. So I'll just speed through this part really quick, and I'll be right back. So I took a moment and decided on some washi tape and stickers to use for this first week. I'm going to use these two books from Chrissy Ann Designs. They are old. I've had them for several years. I bought them at Michael's a long time ago, but they're cute and they're bright and colorful, and I thought, why not use them? Just a heads up, none of the stickers that I pulled for September are fall themed. I am going for things that just make me happy, things I like, and while I do really enjoy fall themed, I am doing that elsewhere. So in this particular planner for this month, I'm going to go with just happy. I also feel like some of these brighter colors kind of capture the last few moments of summer that we have, since part of this month is still summer, and where I live I'm kind of in the Midwest, it's still summer weather for a while. Now, granted, we are in the weird time of the year where you have to wake up and wear sweatshirts and, jackets, but then by the afternoon, you're wanting your shorts again. So it's kind of a weird time of year, but I'm going to go with basically like an end of summer type of thing. Also, like I said, I want to get through some of the stickers in my stash, and I've had these for a while, so it's time to really use them. So I know some of the plans I have for this particular week because it's next week, and I already have some things that I know are happening. So I'm going to go ahead and write those down. And what I've decided to do for September, this is different for me, but I'm going to give it a go, is write down my plans first, at least the ones that I do know, and then I'll decorate around them. I'm going to be leaving plenty of space to add to each week. You'll see as we go that I am leaving extra space, and that's simply because we're not there yet, and I need to have time or space to write down plans. Ah, yes, I also made a mistake here. I wrote down that my dog had a nail appointment on the 5th at noon. When I checked it, it just didn't feel right, so I checked it, and he actually has his appointment at 11. So you'll see I'm grabbing my whiteout so I can cover that. And actually, at first, I thought I could handle having it in the PM section, but you'll find I am going to go back and take it out completely and move it, and that's just because it just didn't sit well with me. So you'll see as we go. Anyhow, so now's a good time for me to check in with you. How are you doing? I hope that wherever you are, the weather is doing well. I'm hoping that we have a decent fall this year. So far, the end of August is when I'm recording this. It's actually getting cool already where I live. But I kind of like that because we had some really hot days this past summer. Hopefully you had a good summer and you're ready for the fall. You're ready to get back to whatever it is, whether it be back to school or maybe you're just ready to get into the fourth quarter. Goodness, that's kind of weird to think that we're already that close to the fourth quarter. So anyways, I am writing down the plans I know of. And because on the 4th I have a hair appointment at 11, that's why it started to bother me that I wrote down my dog's nail appointment on the other side. It just didn't sit well with me. I don't know. Are you like that too, where it has to just be right? I don't like to do that, but this, I guess visually, it helps me to see where I'm supposed to be and when, and so it just didn't feel right that it was in the afternoon if it's at 11. That should be in the morning. Anyway, sorry, I'm just getting nitpicky. The whiteout I'm using is from Mr. Penn, purchased on Amazon, and I actually really like it. Well, I guess it's correction tape, so if you're going to search it, search up correction tape. But it works out pretty nice. Now, I have used this layout before in a Hobonichi Weeks, and I do have a video of that, and I'm setting up my Hobonichi Weeks as a wellness planner or like a health journal. It does work out beautifully for that, I think, but I wanted to use this one for basically everything. I wanted to see if I could do it, if it would work out for me. I wanted to see if I could use this as a catch-all planner. Now, I also did get a vertical one, but this time I'm just going to use my horizontal and see how that goes. I do actually like the vertical, but I think right now I just need to simplify. I have to use both planners at the same time. Right now I'm going to use horizontal. We'll see how that goes for a little bit. I think setting it up for September like this will actually encourage me to use it more frequently and reach for it more often, which will be a good thing. Okay, folks, if you've made it this far in the video, would you do something for me? Would you be so kind as to hit that like button? It would really mean a lot to me. It helps support my channel, and it also helps send this video out to more people to see. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. All right, now we're about to get into the fun stuff and start decorating this week. I have some really pretty washi tape. This is from Hobby Lobby, in case I didn't mention that before. Unfortunately, you can't see the top here. I didn't realize it was cut off when I was recording, but I'm going to use the same kind on the bottom, so you'll be able to see it there. And I will show you the entire spread here shortly. So just hold on just a moment and you'll get to see it. But I really like the colors of this. Now, again, I know these are not fall colors. This is not a fall theme, but actually, technically, this week is still in summer, so I think it still works. I'm going to finish putting down some washi tape, and then we're going to get into the sticker book. All right, I got my bottom washi down, and I'm almost done with the top washi. You can see that other side now that I pulled my book down. And I'm just trying to make sure I get it just right. Sometimes I struggle with it, but, you know, eventually it works. Just got to keep trying. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But anyways, now let's get into these sticker books. They're really cute and bright and happy. I'm going to put down this one here. I don't actually ever hardly use habit trackers, but for some reason I decided to put them down on this. You're going to find that through September, every one of my blank pages is different, and I'm okay with that. I am still kind of experimenting to see what I like and what works. So I'm going to change it up, and I have plenty of room left if I want to add something or not use something. I can do that. You'll see. I'm going to leave space here for the unknown that might come up. Or maybe I just want to do a little bit of journaling or something. Although I do have daily pages in the back of this, and I do intend on setting those up as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, then I highly recommend that you subscribe so you get a notification when that video comes out. Now I'm going to go for this beautiful bright sun, because it's something we're going to start seeing a lot less of in the fall months, and I want at least something here. Sometimes September can be kind of cloudy and rainy, and other times it's still hot and summery. So we'll see what we get this year, but I thought this was really nice to have here. So I have a little deco there. I have a little checklist there. It says this week. I don't know if you can see that real good or not, but it says this week. And now I'm going to put in some more stickers. I think I'm reaching for those habit trackers now. Oh no, I have more deco to do. I wanted to put it over here so bad, but I had already written in those plans, so it didn't fit very well. But I still liked the vibe of the flowers and the sun, so I'm going to end up putting it on the other page. I typically really like a horizontal planner, but I am so used to... See, it got stuck. Oh my goodness. It's sticky. Anyways, I'm so used to having a horizontal be on 2 pages versus a week on 1 page. So this is just different for me. Do you typically like horizontal or vertical planners? Let me know. Also, do you like this type of layout where it's a week on 1 page type of horizontal? I know several of you have already commented that you like to use the N1 or you're interested in giving it a try. So I thought maybe that this hopefully would maybe inspire you or give you some ideas, or maybe you have some ideas that you can add in the comments. I thought this little hedgehog was really cute, and I love owls, so I had to put this little guy in. I love owls. They're so cute. Those flowers are really pretty. I like those in the jar. We still have flowers in our garden. And I'm not a gardener by any means, but these flowers, they just keep growing, so all right. That's a good thing they're hardy, because I am not somebody who has a green thumb at all. Putting in little heart deco, just to kind of add a little extra. I guess really, if you think about it, decorative planning is extra, isn't it? I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way necessarily, but it is extra. I was thinking that the other day when I was at church. I actually decorate some of my pages in my notebook for church. I write down notes as my pastor is teaching, and I was thinking, man, this is just kind of extra, isn't it? Because everybody else is just using a paper and pen. Here I am using like a gold pen and, washi tape and all that. It's just extra. It's not necessarily a bad thing, necessarily. It's just some of us like that. Am I speaking to any of you? Give me a hands up emoji if you don't mind considering yourself a little extra in your decorating. I know I don't mind. I thoroughly enjoy decorating my planners, and I'm going to continue doing it. I also love watching those kind of planner videos on YouTube, so if that's the kind of content you have, then I definitely want to tune in. So let me know in the comments if you are also a content creator on YouTube, because I will totally support you. I am really loving the way this spread is coming together. It's super functional still, but it's also pretty and it's colorful and bright, and it just makes me happy. Those flowers in the corner really make me happy. So yeah, I'm glad I pulled out these books. I'm glad I'm using these stickers that I've been hoarding for a long time now. And honestly, I encourage you that if you're hoarding any stickers, get those stickers out and use them. Seriously, September, let's do it. Let's get our sticker stash down. And washi tape too. I'm sure you have some pretty washi tape that you've just been holding on to. I know I sure have. Let's actually focus on using our supplies instead of getting more. Especially right now, you have a lot of new stuff coming out for 2026, and I know the temptation is there to get all the new pretty things, but let's be honest, we do have some stuff already. That's just me giving myself a little pep talk. Isn't the sticker book so cute? Right now, I'm looking for a sticker to go under that this week sticker and next to my habit trackers. And this quote sticker that says good vibes only, I think brought it all together, and it's got nice bright colors, and it's a really good reminder, especially since I have some anxiety provoking things going on this fall, and I just want to remind myself to just chill out. It'll be okay. So good vibes only reminds me to just stay positive. So out of curiosity, have you ever decorated your planner spread after making your plans, or do you prefer to decorate and then put your plans in? I usually decorate and then put my plans in, so this is a little different for me, but I kind of like it, putting down all my plans, because sometimes I overthink things and I will try to figure out which color pen to use and all of that. This was just simple. Look at the calendar, see what we got going on, and write it down for the entire month of September for all the weeklies. So I kind of like doing that. Also, do you like doing the whole month at once? Or do you prefer to go week by week? Typically, I do go week by week. This is actually the first time I've ever done a whole month like this, but I like it because now it's all set up. It's something done, and I can just focus on other things now. It's really pretty, it's cute, and it's very functional as well. So I'm going to enjoy coming to this planner to write down whatever I got going on as it comes up. So, yeah, I'm a mom and I do multitask. However, I will try to remove as much background noise as possible. All right, so for this week, I decided to start decorating right down that line that separates AM and PM on my week section. I figured I am not going to have as much to write down, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and just a different way to decorate. However, I'm still leaving some space for functionality so that I can actually use the planner, just in case there is stuff that comes up, which I'm sure there's going to be stuff. where we're headed, there's a state park and it's absolutely beautiful there. So I'm sure I can make it sort of educational and fun. Okay, this page is just about done. I do want to indicate when we're traveling, so I'm going to look for a sticker for that. But then this page is just about done. All right, I really like this sticker to indicate my shopping list. I want to write down a few things we need at the grocery store before we travel. I just want to think about it ahead of time. I hope it goes without saying, but I really appreciate you spending some time with me while I set up my September in this planner. We're going to start this spread with a checklist. So let me look for one of those and then put that down in the corner. Sometimes when I'm setting these up, I'm not sure where to put things. So some folks, when they have an N1 or an N2 or a similar type planner, they already have like a system. I do not. I'm kind of winging it, and I'm playing and experimenting in this planner, trying to figure out what will work and what I like. So September is going to be a real good chance for me to see how this layout will work for me, and maybe things I'd like to try in the future or change or whatever. So please understand that that's why I'm setting this up differently each week, because I am just trying different things. Also, I think I'm the kind of person that needs the change in my planner, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons that I'm a planner hopper, is that I like different layouts. I just really enjoy them. It's sometimes a bit of a challenge to try to figure out how to decorate it or how to use it, and I like that. So I hope you understand. I don't know if that's how you are or not, but that's why I play around with my layouts. All right, now I got a checklist down. This spread actually is going to turn out to be my favorite for September. You'll have to let me know which one is your favorite. But I love the way this one turns out, even though I end up making it quite simple. You'll see, I'm not going to use a ton of stickers. I still have a ton of room to write on this. All right. Okay, this is where I actually stopped the video recording and looked it up to find out when is this dentist appointment, and found out it's actually not on the 19th, it's on the 26th. So I'm glad I checked. I don't know, this spread actually might be my favorite. I think the last one was my favorite. Maybe this is my other favorite. I don't know, but it will turn out to be very pretty. But I love these stickers. I just love them. Love the florals. There's butterflies in this. I love butterflies. So let's just make it nice. Okay, now the fun part. Let's get into more of the pretty deco. I'm going to put down a quote here, and now you'll see all the florals come in. One step at a time. The reason I picked that sticker is because I have found I have written that down so many times this year, or just focus on one thing at a time, because I tend to get overwhelmed and there's sometimes a lot thrown at me, and the only way I can balance all the things is just do one thing at a time. So I guess that would be a tip I have for you if you are dealing with a lot or lots being thrown at you. Slow down and just deal with one at a time. You don't have to do all the things at once. I'm leaving space here. So like I said earlier in the video, I divided that week up right down the middle, which it's 14 boxes if you want to count it, but Sterling ink does have a tiny little dot up at the top to mark the halfway point. So if you do want to divide that horizontal week on one page in half, they make it really easy. So just go ahead and make a line. I used pencil. You could use whatever writing utensil you like. I used pencil, and I just use it as AM and PM. Some people like to use it for home and work, or work and school, or they use their schedule and their spouse's schedule, or whatever. There's so many ways that you can go about using this type of planner, to be truthful. So it's really flexible. I really think it could be for just about anyone, but you have to be okay with the horizontal. I'm just going to go ahead and put some flower clusters up here and just decorate around, and I'll write around the stickers. And I wanted to put some kind of a butterfly. This is more of a moth, but it's very pretty and fitting. I like it. So we're going to go with it. And I don't even think it matters that that one sticker is actually from the tie-dye spread that I did the week before. Honestly, I think it kind of fits and blends in. So it works. I think it helps that on the other page there I have like the light blue and the pink floral there. So it kind of brings it all together. And actually, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that much. It just reminds me to go to the dentist, right? I just like looking at it because it's pretty. I really miss using my 365 Stalogy that I was using last year. I don't know if you've seen those videos, but I have plenty of them on my channel. So I thought maybe I could use the daily pages in this the same way. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to be using those, then please subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll get notified when that video is uploaded. After just writing a few things I know I don't want to forget, then I think this spread is done. I think it came out beautiful. I love the way it looks.